Well, there's a lot going on behind me, and mainly because we're about weeks away from our first freeze, and it's time to get the chicken coop reset and ready. Let's take a quick stroll through the yard, see if we can find any security issues or any repairs that are needed. Right here, it looks like we've got a little rodent activity, maybe the skunks. I'm not too concerned about it. I've got 1/4 inch mesh underneath the chicken coop. Not a big deal, fill it in with rocks. I noticed that there was a board loose around the corner here. I'll go take care of that. Couple screws, we'll button that up. Give it a quick shake. Let's walk out to the turkey run real quick. I know there's a security issue in the back corner. The skunks have been getting in and the baby chicks have been getting out. So need to solve that. Easy fix. We'll throw some heavy duty fabric staples in there, backfill it with some rocks. I'm more concerned about the baby chicks getting out than the skunks getting in, but we're going to take care of both those things at the same time. If you ever want to know where your weak points are in your structure, get yourself some baby chicks. They're going to find a way. So all I need to do is put a little bit of bird mesh on the inside of this fence, secure it with some zip ties, install a little pipe insulation that'll close that gap, throw a zip tie on that, bada bing, we're done. Next thing on the list is resetting the chicken run itself. These chickens like to take dust baths everywhere, so there's a bunch of ankle breakers here. This ground's relatively soft, so I can take the tines of the rake, scuff up the high points, sweep it into the low points, level it out the best I can, and call it good. We'll just rake all this out to the turkey yard. I'll let future Ryan deal with that. We're inside the chicken coop. It's a very simple structure. I've already pulled everything out. I've got the water bowls and they're getting some UV attention outside. We're also going to disinfect those when we disinfect the entire coop. First things first, we need to get all this old bedding. We need to pull it out. We need to take it out to the compost pile. Let's get to that. This is truly a dirty job and you don't want any of this stuff in your lungs. I don't like it touching my skin. So what I do is I use a mask like this. I don't have any N95s available, and use some glasses or goggles along with the hat. This is how I'm going to look for a little bit. I like to use this collapsible tie and yard rake. It allows me to get into the corners, adjust the tensile strength, makes things a whole lot easier. Scoop this up, send it out to the compost. Garden's going to love us next year. Well, we've got that taken care of. Got 2 wheelbarrows full for the compost. Now it's time to hit it with the leaf blower. We're going to basically dust everything off, get rid of some spider webs, take care of a lot of the places where the insects are hanging out, and then we're going to come back and disinfect. Some folks like to do this with water. I don't, because I'm going to come back through here and spray with disinfectant. I've also got unprotected wood that's kind of warped anyways. Why make it worse? That's always a dirty job, but man, it's definitely worth doing. I mean, it almost took care of everything. There's a few things that you got to get in there and brush out. But for the most part, we've got ourselves a pretty decent, clean looking chicken coop. It is a chicken coop, so I'm not going to detail it too much. Doing a little bit of pre-winter cleaning. So we've removed the bedding. We hit this with a leaf blower to get rid of all the dust and dirt and grunge. So we've got a pretty clean environment here. People actually use bleach when they're disinfecting their chicken coop, or a bug bomb. Let me show you an easy way to do it. Go ahead and grab your ag sprayer. This is a 2-gallon electric rechargeable. Get a 132-ounce bottle of hydrogen peroxide per gallon of water. This is Arizona, so I'm actually going to use 3. You want pure Castile soap. This is not a detergent. What this is going to do, it's going to act as a surfactant. That's going to break up the water tension, allowing the hydrogen peroxide to permeate what's needed. 2 tablespoons per gallon. This is 4-to-1 ratio. So we're going to pour that all together. The hydrogen peroxide, it dehydrates the bugs and it also kills eggs. Now, it's not 100% effective on everything, but this is a better solution than those industrial killers. We'll top it off. I'll leave a link to this in the description. And what we're going to do next is just come through and spray everything. This is the food bowl. We'll do the water bowls. That'll help dry out that algae. Now, these I will end up rinsing, but what we do here next, I'm not going to rinse out. Once this dries, there's no worries to the animals. What I'm trying to do is spray in between the pieces of the wood, which is a prime place for insects to lay their eggs or even hide out from the chickens or the leaf blower for that matter. I'm pretty sure you get the idea by now. Much better alternative than bleach or any of those type of chemicals. Hydrogen peroxide, a little bit of Castile soap, and you got it. Now that we have all the disinfecting done, we've done our maintenance with the bugs and everything's dry, we're ready to go. Once this bale fluffs out, it's going to cover every bit of this area. I'm going to keep some of it so I can put it outside so I can not walk in the mud. Just spread it around evenly. Push it into the corners. There's really not much to this part. These are the blocks that the water sits on. Once the water's set up, all we need to do is worry about the food. It's a good idea to hang your feed container. There's going to be rodent activity wherever there's food. Looking pretty. Now we just got to let the girls in.